Hello everyone, welcome to my first video on this channel. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to be starting a new city because what else would I be starting with on this new channel? But we are going to be building a semi vanilla build. I've only have a few mods listed. I'll have those listed in the description box and on the screen, but I'm only playing with a few mods. It's like Propline Tool and a couple others, but it's mainly vanilla. I do have almost all of the DLCs, so a lot of the things that I will be building with you might not have if you're just starting out with a new game. But alas, if you are intrigued, just please keep on watching to the end. Also, I'll be asking for some suggestions from you guys for like what I should be naming some stuff. But I hope you guys all really enjoy this video. Definitely give me tips on what I can do to make these videos more entertaining or just better in general. And yeah, and I will do my best to fix those for you and also just uh, like create better content for you guys and better quality videos. So without further ado, let's get started on this new build. So I have no idea what I'm going to call this city yet, so I'm going to need you guys to give me some name suggestions in the comments down below. But I guess what I'm going to start with first is just placing this road so we can unlock all the other roads. Don't know why that's connected, but yeah, so definitely leave me some suggestions down below on what I should call this city. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so we'll get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is that before I build anything, I need to like map out where the city is gonna lie. So we're on the River Delta map. I believe it's in the new map pack or the map pack 2. So if you don't have that, then you won't be able to see this map, but this is the map that I'm playing on, and it's a lovely map. I really love all the detail and everything. But yeah, so I need to figure out where everything is going to reside in the city. So first things I'm noticing, I see this huge beach over here. I'm wondering that could be a big commercial slash like tourist attraction, that beach on the river. I don't want to have a lot of pollution going into the river because I need it to be relatively clean for all the boats and all of the people. There might not be a lot of swimming going on, but I can see that there probably will be some swim access over here. Just want to keep that in mind for the future, but I think in general we are probably gonna have our downtown, I want to say maybe on this peninsula right here, or maybe on this peninsula up here if we can even reach that. I think this might be our best bet, but we could always have like I can see this being part of like an extension of the downtown. We're probably going to be upgrading some stuff later on, like higher density residential or commercial. But I can see this being like suburbs, like because there's this big train line that comes through here, which is super nice access. There's also a train line that comes through here, so this could like come down through here this way and go through the downtown, and it could also just branch off and go and connect onto this rail line. But there also are just like a bunch of rivers, so we'll have some really organic shapes in our suburbs, which will be really fun to build. I mean, I'm probably will be building some grids, but you know, that's that. But yeah, so I think we're gonna have our downtown be in this peninsula, and this peninsula will also be an extension of the downtown, going into some more lower density residential and commercial, and then some we'll probably have some industry maybe over here. Can see there's some resources, a little bit of fertile land, but not a lot. I could always do some forestry maybe over here if we can even get over there. I guess we'll have to see though. But so that's kind of like our general plan, and obviously we can always change our minds as we go. The city will turn out however it does. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build some roads, and I'm gonna make the entrance into the city so people can start arriving, and then we'll build some residential and all that great good stuff. So let's just place this, and it's kind of off center. Let me rebuild this real quick. But yeah, so we're gonna be placing just like our first big main collector road. That's perfect. Okay, we'll build it two big units long, or 20 units long, whatever. it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. But we're gonna be just connecting up the highway to this collector road. I think later down it's probably gonna be an arterial, because I can see it running through this like expansion of the downtown and then kind of curving over this way and being a huge arterial for the downtown. We'll have some collector roads be like going cross-haired to it, just for like public transport and all of that as well. So also my mouse is like kind of screwed up right now, so if it just like randomly zooms out really far or zooms in really far, you didn't see anything, obviously. Just brush it off. Maybe I'll get a new mouse in the future, but I don't know. But for now, we're just gonna deal with it. But okay, let's expand this collector. We'll go for more of these like big, like these are 10 units long. I'm gonna just call them like units, even though they're like 10 squares long. I'm just gonna call them a unit. So we'll do 4 units after that. But I'm gonna leave a gap off of the entrance to the highway, and I'm gonna build the first road out. We'll go 4 units like that, and then we'll build it 4 units over, and then connect it back up to the collector / arterial road. We're gonna destroy these trees, get them out of the way so we have a nice clean surface. Okay, don't know what those sponges are, but okay. But yeah, so we're gonna continue out. So like now we have this huge big square. So what we're gonna do now is I want to build like roads within this square itself. Oh shoot. Okay, actually, so we know that those are 3 units long still. We're gonna go out +1 because of the collector road. But there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do a cross road here, and then we'll do some cul-de-sacs, and then just some regular roads as well. And then we'll put this one, we'll go 1.5 units, just so that there's more access. So like there's still a block, but to get onto this road there's only 3 points of access, and then on this road right here for the collector there's only 2 points of access. So it's just eliminating how many intersections there's gonna be on this road. Actually, we'll do 3 points of access on this collector. So we'll have each intersection just be 2 units long, just so there's not so many stop and goes and just all of the traffic. So we would just want to try and eliminate that. But we have some cul-de-sacs because we don't really need a bunch of intersections on this road as well, because this one is ultimately, it's just going to be a suburban road, but I'm just going to try not create so many intersections so it's all just like one huge big giant grid. Like we'll have some like twists and turns in there as well. So what I want to do, so we have this basic layout. For future use, we're going to be kind of planning out where we want our services and also our schools and our parks and all of that. So now that we've dropped almost 11,000 from our starting balance. We definitely need to get power, water, sewage, and all of that. But I want to create an access road. I want to do a one-way to eliminate the amount of traffic. So I can only do that with these asphalt roads, but we're going to come off through here. We'll go 3 units long, and then we'll hook it up back here. So we have this big kind of roundabout almost. It's just one way. So when you are wanting or having all of these industry trucks, like they only need to make a right turn here, so there's not a bunch of traffic, and then they'll be making a left turn over here, coming back into the road, so there's not a bunch of traffic in this intersection right off the highway. So we'll have some of our industry be on this side of the collector road with some more commercial. It's kind of basic, but it's fine. Also, I forgot that I always forget that the collector displaces one block, one square. So you always have to go one more to have a perfect grid like you want. So anyways, we're going to finish making this little industry area to begin with, like that. That's perfect. And then we are going to build our power plant. So I always go with the coal power plant. It's honestly your safest bet because you really can't. I would go with windmills, but it's not really worth it all that much, honestly, in my opinion, when you're starting off at first. So I'm just gonna go with the coal power plant. But for water, if you're on the base game, I believe you only have like these 3 options for water, and then only this option for sewage, which is a water drain pipe. But since I have the Green Cities DLC, I have this inland water treatment plant, this eco water outlet, and then this advanced or eco inland water treatment plant. So and then oh no, that's the same thing. I thought I was missing one, but there's more after that that come with other DLCs as well. So I think the first thing I'm gonna put down for sewage, I'm not a huge stickler about weekly costs when it first comes to building up the city, because I'm gonna like have these be at like half percentage anyway, but I want to try and eliminate as much pollution as I can because I don't like pollution, but also I'm using the hide it mod. So I'm hiding, you'll see when it starts playing, but I'm hiding all of the pollution, fog, smog, ground ruining, and all that jazz. You'll see that once I start playing it more and you won't see that like purple color that comes with all of the industry. It's kind of really gross. I don't like it. We can make this kind of a little water treatment plant. Actually, I'll just do that just to be compact. But yeah, so now we'll place some water pipes underneath the roads just because of like logistical, water pipes usually go under the roads. So we'll just bring this down here. Some people are really sticklers about coverage of the water pipes, like not placing them where you kind of just don't need to. I don't really care all that much. Turns out this water tower, will this fit? It won't. Okay, so we'll just put it over here on the side. I like putting like the water tower near like where the entrance to, not the entrance to the city, but like where you get off the highway basically, and where you like start getting into like, I guess, the suburbs. It's kind of a fun like landmark to watch for as you like come in through the city. It's like a little viewpoint. Like when you're coming, you're like, oh, there's a water tower. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, so we got the water hooked up, and we're going to bring this over here. So now we've got our first services, and we still have 22,000 in the bank. which is great. It's honestly so fun. But we definitely will have to have a power line going over here just to have some water, power to the water when we first start. But I'm gonna start zoning. I'm gonna zone these. I'm gonna make this reserved for not a campus area, but it's like an elementary campus area. We'll put the elementary school in there with hopefully maybe like a park. If not, I'll just like do some decorations and stuff like that. But yeah, so we'll zone these three first, and then we're gonna be putting commercial along this collector road, and then obviously we'll have industry over here, but we'll zone that when we need it. But yeah, so this is the first part. So we're just gonna let this run. Press play, let it run, and watch as our first citizens move into this new city. Okay, so now that we have our first residents moving in, we are going to, first of all, pause the game real quick. I usually do this all the time. I'm going to just turn our power and water down to 50% so we're not spending so much during the week, each week for all of our services. So that'll bring our total down so we can start being in the green faster, start making more money. Not that we're like worried about it. 19,000 is still pretty much a lot to start off with. But yeah, so we're press play again, but we need to get power over here. If we can get some commercial to zone in, hopefully that can create this power jump. If not, I can just put a quick little power line. I think I might just do that for now, just for a quick remedy. But this power is good, is connecting over here. But yeah, so hopefully this commercial will start zoning in soon enough. But we are getting our first little tidbits of industrial demand. So we're gonna just zone. We're gonna zone in 4 blocks over here, 4 blocks over there, like that. So a big thing I like to do at the very beginning of my city builds is I like to make these historical buildings, because as they level up, they become these like really ugly tall buildings that just aren't realistic for like a suburb, unless like you were like in more of like a downtown area, but like it's not realistic. So I like to make these historical so they can still level up and reach their full potential, but they won't physically level up. They'll stay looking like this forever, which is nice because it really makes the vibe of a suburb. And like these small little shops, like you wouldn't see these ginormous like 10-story buildings of commercial in like a suburb. Like that's not very realistic. So that's what I like to do. These will be fine. I'm not gonna keep these here really anyways. I can see in the future like that's just not what is gonna happen. So, but we do have our first residents coming into the town, so that's fun. That's cute. Yeah, I think eventually I want to make a couplet. I think I want to make a couplet that kind of goes like it ends here at this side of the peninsula, but it goes all the way down here. I don't know though. We have so many chances to make a couplet though, so it'll be fine. So now we're just waiting for more of our residents to come in. We do have more demand for residential, so we are going to zone in this next little block area. We'll have those people start moving into their new homes. Hopefully they like it. But yeah, so we've got our first residents moving in, and let's see if this power has jumped. It has not. I'm wondering if there's something we can place on this corner. maybe a service in the future. I don't really want to try and place a lot over here because of how close it is to the entrance and exit of the highway. So I just don't want there to be a lot of traffic, or to, if it's a service, I wouldn't want it to have to deal with a lot of traffic, like fire or police. Like that's kind of annoying and won't be very beneficial for them. But I can see we have even more residential demand, so we're gonna zone in that block as well. But we do have a little bit more of industrial, so we're going to zone in this next block of 8. So yeah, these tools down here, there's the fill tool. So if you have an open space to zone, it'll zone in the whole space. But then you have the marquee tool, which you can click and drag how many squares you want to zone in. And then there is this small brush tool, which is like the width of a square if you don't want to do the marquee. And it's kind of like you've got some really odd looking zoning, or you just have this large brush tool. But these are all the tools that you have for zoning in your different areas, I guess. I don't know what to call it. But you can see now that we are making money. We are finally in the clear, and we only lost about $3,000, I think. So that is not bad at all. We still have a bunch of money that we've saved up, and we've got this industrial going for us now. We can see in our budget tab that our residential is making us the most money, which makes sense because we have the most. There's like the most buildings under residential. And then we've got some commercial and our industrial. Our industrial is catching up pretty quickly though, but our expenses were cut down in half. Like it went from over 1,400 to like less than 850. So always like put these down to 50%. You can always just increase them as the demand gets greater. It's a great way to start making money fast and early on. So I highly recommend doing that little kind of a play. I don't know. Oh, okay. We reached our first milestone, the little hamlet. So with this, we get taxes and loans. We also get garbage, healthcare, education, and campus areas. So we got our medical clinic, elementary school, landfill site, recycling center, community school, large elementary school, and plastic surgery center. What? I had no idea that comes with the first. Okay, that's so random. I don't know who in a town of 400 people will be getting plastic surgery. Seems more of like a very big upscale urban area sort of a thing. But yeah, so we're gonna pause real quick. So now we have these tabs open. First thing I'm gonna place is garbage. So if you're on the base game, I believe you only have these two options. This is the incineration plant. You don't get that for a while, but you have this landfill site. And while it's very cheap and doesn't cost a lot a week, I really hate using these because they fill up over time, obviously, but you can't move them or destroy them unless they're empty. Or if you have like the disasters DLC, you can like demolish the building, but if you don't, then you can't do anything about it. But that's a different conversation. But yeah, they fill up and you have to empty them into like an incineration plant or even like the recycling center just to be able to move them or destroy them. And they like, I just don't like using them, so I usually use these recycling centers. They come with the Green Cities DLC, and I just prefer these a lot more. They are like quadruple the amount of cost to place, but honestly, in the end, it's pretty much worth it. It's not as much of a production rate or processing rate as the landfill. Yeah, the landfill has 8 million, while the recycling center only has 24,000. So that's quite the difference. But we are going to be placing this just over here on this corner. Yeah, so far away from all the residential and the commercial. We'll have we can have this barrier of factories, kind of like block in all the bad smells from the sewage and all the garbage, not something that you would want to be smelling. But yeah, so but as you can see, as I was saying before, there's no that purple um kind of like industrial fog smog like ruining. If you go to hide it, you can go all the way down to, if I can grab this, you can go, did I pass it? I think I did. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so polluted areas. That's the effects. Grass pollution, ground color. That's also like the purple color that comes with like the pollution, like that really ugly color, and there's just the polluted area in general. So I have those hidden, so it just looks normal and it doesn't look ugly. I hate it. I hate the way it looks. But we have a very big high demand for an industry. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to expand this little block over. We'll go all the way over in line. And then we will be building just like that. We'll have it just like that, so easy access on and off. And then this one way will still act as like a one way. And then actually I'm gonna turn this middle road into just a regular two-way, so then you can go back up this way and go back around if you need to, all that, just for like more measures. But I still want to keep these outlets as going into the collector road. So we are going to zone in some more industrial. Let's go that much. I'm gonna say that much, maybe. Yeah, that's good. We'll do that much. Press play, get the ball rolling on that. I don't care much for keeping these these industry buildings historical, because there's no point when you're gonna just destroy them all anyways, because I want to build more residential, or just maybe have a different use for this area of land. And having to like, because when you go to delete a historical building, like you have to go through like, are you sure you want to delete it? And like that's just a long process, and like I don't really want to do that because that's so much work. So if I can just like mass delete it, I might as well keep it that way. But yeah, so the one thing I did forget after talking and rambling on about industry, in our education, and like this is such an important step. So we have 80 kids, or just people, I don't know, are they kids? I don't know. We have 80 eligible for the elementary school. So we're going to place this in the middle. We're going to place it right here in the middle of all of this residential area. And while we don't really have a lot we can do to decorate it, because this landscaping doesn't come for another 800 people, we're just probably just going to leave it like this. And then we also don't have parks, because we could put a park on this side of the block as well, so then the kids have somewhere to go for recess and all of that, even though there's already some like playground type sets on here anyways that comes with the elementary school. But yeah, so we'll just leave this empty for future decorative use. Press play again. But yeah, we have the elementary school placed down, so we'll start seeing students attend and get the education boost going on, so we can increase the land value, and so these buildings can all level up as well. But we do have a little bit more demand for some residential, so we're going to put some residential on this backside of the commercial, and we'll have that just zone in along here. We don't really have a lot of demand for commercial. I would zone in another strip right here against the collector road, but we'll wait later to do that. But yeah, our first steps of the city, like we're going strong. Like we've got commercial, we've got a residential, we've got their industry, so everybody can have a job and wants to move into our city. Yeah, we are doing really well. I can definitely see a collector road coming off of, like having another collector road. Like this will end up being an arterial road because it's connected to the highway, but we'll have a collector road come down here. I think we might go down like one more unit or so. We'll have a collector road, and then we'll have this like wind through this little narrow area right here and provide access. We'll probably have it go over the highway and then into this next area of land. That's just future use. So we want to create the rest of this block. So we've got our dirt road, and we're gonna keep this road as a connection between this collector road and then this collector road. So we'll go down. We'll go down to one and one more. 2 units plus a square because collector roads are like that. I think, right? I don't know actually. I like never know with this game, honestly. I've been playing this for so long, and yet I still don't know how it works. I think that might be correct because it takes up 2 squares off the end. So we should have it even. We'll just line it up down here and with this road just like that. But yeah, so what is that? 8, 4, 4. No, it's still off. Oh well, I don't really care. It is what it is. So we'll also connect up these roads. We'll have these roads be collector point, like connection points. I think we might be having a little bit of an electricity. Yeah. So let's go to the budget tab and let's up this electricity budget to like 75. That should cover us for now. Yeah, so we're still making money, still doing almost no. Okay, well, I'll also have to increase the water budget as well. So let's go into here. We'll put this up at 75 as well. Yeah, so we're still making money, still in the green, but as we go on, like obviously we can just increase the budget for the more demand that we have and all of that. So we will be doing that. So now we have these 2 blocks built in. So we're going to build another okay, we'll have this road go over like this. Like that, yeah. And I think actually on this collector road, I'm going to leave a gap on this side. So we'll have our residential be in these and like this 4 squares, and then we'll have a path that comes through here that separates the commercial from the residential. Also, people can just walk down it. So that'll be a good touch to have. So we've got that built in. So that's our future collector road. It's gonna go down through here, out through there, and is probably just gonna end somewhere over here. But that's a future problem. So we can see that we have more high demand for residential and commercial actually. So we're gonna zone in another strip of commercial, and we're going to zone in the backside of residential, and then we'll fill in this whole square with residential. Okay, and then as these zone in, we'll click the historical building so they stay the same. But yeah, so we'll just wait for this next one to come in. But let's see what we have while we are waiting. We've got, it's kind of hard to see with the shadows. Pancakes, exclamation point. Even though it says convenience store, I don't believe that's true. We've got a drugstore. These seem to be the same. It's kind of like a Walgreens almost, if you know what that is. Another drugstore. What is this? A BBQ? Oh, it's like a spin-off of Dairy Queen. And then we've got a gas station. That's perfect, actually. I don't know why that last one is not coming in. Oh, there it goes. A quiet corner shop. Got another one. Okay. But we'll get that historical. We just did that. And then, wow, look at it. All of this is already zoned in pretty much. But we still have a small demand, medium demand, I guess, for residential. So, but we'll leave that there. We kind of always want demand for residential. It's always nice to have that. Actually, no, we have these 2. They can build their houses there. But yeah, so I guess now we're just like waiting to hit the next milestone, which is I think 800. Yes, it is. Worthy Village at 800. So we're almost there, about 100 and a half, 150 and a 100 and a half, 150 away from hitting that milestone. But while we're at it, we can um, kind of think about where we're going to place this medical clinic. We have only one sick citizen, which is fine. Um, Hopefully some homemade remedies can heal them up and they don't need an ambulance, but it's going to cost 10,000, which we almost have. But I'm thinking I want to place this along, obviously I want to place it on this collector road for ease of access. I think I might put it on like this corner, or maybe I might put it on like this, like having connection to this off-road right here and not the collector road, so of all the because of all the traffic. But I think yeah, let's just put it right there, you know? And I think that should actually jump the power, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need those power lines, but we'll keep these ones for the water. But yeah, so that connected the power through there. I think we might zone some commercials on this side, just right here, so we can have some more. I think eventually I want to put a tram line that goes along this arterial road that's gonna go all the way into downtown. That's gonna be a really nice access to go from this like not suburb, but like neighborhood into the downtown. Like it'll be really nice for them. I think I might even do an underground metro if I'm feeling frisky because of how close it is. But we'll see. We'll get there when we hit that milestone. We'll make those decisions. But I definitely want to put some sort of public transportation along this road, and I believe I might have either a bus line or maybe another tram system go down this collector road. Because of how close it is again to the downtown, there's probably going to be a lot of people who are working over in this area who may live all the way over here, and they need a good, nice public transportation system to get them from this little plot of land over here to this spin-off of the downtown. So we'll think about that later, but for now we are going to make these all historical and get this whole new block zoned in. And we've got some really nice looking commercial zones, like when you're coming down the street, like this looks awesome. So like it's really nice looking, and I think we might upgrade this road when we get it to like maybe a grass boulevard with the tram tracks. I think actually we could do a 3-lane if we wanted to, but I know that there is, yes, 6-lane road with decorative tree and tram tracks. I think we might upgrade it to that road when it comes time. But until then, we're just going to decorate some of the blocks. I definitely need to leave some spaces for some parks, but I think I'm going to place a park right here so it'll catch like this area, and then we'll place another park on this side, so we'll have these 2 parks for this little stretch of residential throughout here. And then as we like expand through this way, we'll just keep repeating the same process so we have some good coverage of parks, because that always increases the land value and makes all the citizens happy and makes them want to move in more. So I think with that, we are going to leave a space for a park. I believe it's a 5x5 square. That is the small playground park is what I'm thinking of. I believe it takes up that much. So we're going to leave that unzoned, and we'll have that park placed right there. So we know that that space is being saved for that use. And we're so close to hitting the next milestone, but while we do that, I think I might zone in some more industrial. Unless I want to zone in some more industrial there later, but I think for now I'm gonna just leave it unused. We'll zone in some more commercial on this block against the collector road. Let's do a little bit. We don't need a lot, just that much. We've got a good balance of commercial demand right now, so I kind of want to keep it that way, but still expand. But yeah, so this is a city so far. We'll eventually upgrade our roads, but for now, it's not worth it, and it's probably gonna drain us a lot of money. We don't even have that much to begin with. I can see we're having some water problems. We'll extend that water pipe over there. Oh, also we'll extend these over here, so we don't have to worry about that when we start zoning against this next collector road. But I do want to expand this collector slash arterial road down 2 more units, and then we'll go down until we don't have enough money. Okay, we'll do 2.5 units, so then we can we don't even have enough. I don't have enough money for that. Dang. Okay, we'll just, wow, we're running out of money. Okay, let's speed the simulation up a little bit. Let's see if we can't hit the next milestone. We'll just leave it running. Alrighty, so we hit the next milestone. Worthy Village, reach a population of 800. So with this comes the new area. I won't be using that. I won't be buying that piece of land quite yet. I don't know why it really comes with this milestone, because your city is still so small. But anyways, so we get districts, we get policies, we got a second loan. I'm guessing we got our first loan. I think we got our first loan already. But we get district specializations. So like if you have like After Dark DLC, you can make a district a tourist district or a leisure district. And then we have service policies. We've got fire and we've got police now. We've got some unique buildings that we probably won't be placing down for a little bit, but we do unlock new industry specializations. So if you wanted to draw out a district and then zone that in as a special kind of forestry industry or an agriculture industry, we can do that. We've got self-sufficient buildings, organic local produce. That comes with the Green Cities DLC, so you probably won't see that if you're using the base game. And then these are the policies that come like standard with all the game, like just the base game. You get power usage, water usage, smoke detector distribution. Wow, I can't talk. But yeah, so we have the firehouse, police station, elementary school, high capacity elementary school, fire safety center, and police security center. So I think we'll pause real quick, and I believe that the first things we're going to build, we are going to do fire. We'll place a fire along this collector road because it has great ease of access to the industry and to the residential areas. But we don't have enough money for the police station, which is kind of annoying because like you get money whenever you hit a new milestone, yet it's not enough money to be able to place all the new buildings in the milestone. So you just have to wait. Oh, we got an ore truck. That's cool. But yeah, so we have the fire station. We'll place in the police station when we can afford that. But we also have these the police security center, a small police station that manages the city's security. It manages wide areas efficiently with low maintenance and construction costs. So that's pretty fun. It's only 8,240 a week. But it doesn't I don't know. I'm going to focus on placing the regular police station first, but we also get the banks with this update or milestone as well, because we unlock the whole like police and bank tab. So we got that, but we do have some unique buildings. Let's see what we have. We have the Brandenburg Gate. It's so expensive. I don't know why we've unlocked these when we don't have even enough money to build in the police station. So I guess we do have more demand for residential, so we are going to fulfill that. We're going to zone in this whole strip. We still don't have landscaping yet. We're about 400 away from that. That'll be the next milestone. But I'm excited to get that because then we can start using our prop line tool. It's like one of my favorite mods. If you really want a mod, I would get the prop line tool. It makes it so easy to make like really nice rows of like trees and stuff, and it really just accentuates a lot of buildings because of how good like just a straight line of trees looks. So that's pretty fun. But I believe we are going to build, not build, but draw out our first district. So we are going to come into this districts tab, and we're just going to click this paint district button. We're just going to go over this side of the collector road. We're going to paint all of this as one whole district. And then on this side, we're going to paint a new district. I'm just going to follow the road, kind of go up in the middle of this collector, split the difference, and then just paint over this. So we're actually going to build this police station real quick because we finally have the money to do so. And I really like zoning them like right next to each other because a lot of the times they're always like needed for the same sorts of incidents that happen. They're always usually the ones that are called together. But anyways, we're going to rename our districts. So this one is going to be called Old Town, which technically isn't old. But then we're going to call this district Industrial Park. Just for now. I think when we start to zone it a different, like when we start to zone it residential after we destroy all the industrial buildings, we'll probably like call it Old Industrial Park or something like that. But I get like it's kind of redundant calling this Old Town because it's the only town. It's like New Town basically, but it's gonna be called Old Town. I think it'll be fine, especially being this close to like downtown. I think it'll be fine. It'll be fun. But yeah, so we're going to try and finish building out these roads. Let's do, yeah, okay, so we are able to do that, and then we're going, this is also going to be the next road over like that, and then connect these up, connect this to the collector for another access point, and we've run out of money. Okay, but we've got some more residential area that we can zone in. So we're just gonna zone in that. We'll make sure we have water, which we do for now. Gosh, we are really not having a lot of money, so we're gonna speed up the game a little. I really don't like taking loans out, but if you ever do need money, you can go into your economy tab, click on the loans, and then you can just take out whichever loan, but you do have to pay it back, obviously, because with every loan you do, but there's interest on the loan. So you'll be paying back even more money than you really should be. But I don't really like taking out loans because of that. I just would rather wait. But yeah, so we have some more residential zoning in. We'll get some commercial over here. Actually, we will only go this far though because I think that's how far our water is covering it. We'll go on both sides, and then we'll make these historical so it looks nice. This whole commercial strip is really starting to like look good. I really enjoy it, like seeing all these like just one-story buildings. It looks really nice. Yeah, it looks more like a real, not kind of downtown, but like maybe a commercial area for like a suburb or even just a small town in general. Like, say like this was just the whole size of a regular town. It didn't get any bigger than this. Then like this whole commercial strip, this would be pretty much ideal. It might have just a little bit less, but this is like what it would ideally look like. Coming from someone who has lived in a town that small. So, but I love playing this game because I get to make huge cities. But I think now we have a little bit more money, so we are going to finish. We'll go. Actually, this is only supposed to go out to here, but this one's supposed to come all the way over. Oh, that's not right. We'll connect these up, and then this will come through here and then connect through this road, because that'll be our main connection point, and then we'll have that. So that's perfect. We're going to get rid of these trees real quick. And I also really do like this forest brush mod. It makes it so easy to make a literal forest, and also like sometimes forest just looks really good. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's also easy to like spawn in a bunch of forests, so then you can have forest industry as well. It's like a kind of a cheat almost. I love it. But I think we're going to not be placing an elementary campus in one of these because of how close it is. Should be able to cover this entire range. So we're going to just leave that. We probably will be placing a high school campus though, because that is going to be needed over in this area, and we don't want to be having that be so far away. So I think we might be placing it, I think we'll place it maybe right here in this little area or in this little area, but we'll decide that later. But we are going to extend our water. Maybe if we had enough money to do so, that would be nice. But yeah, this covers these 2 blocks, so we'll zone that in with residential. We'll get that going, and we'll hopefully hit our next milestone before the end of this episode. Oh, we have our first residence leveling up. I don't think it's our first one, but starting to see our residence is starting to level up now. That's so fun. So we've got some level 2 residences coming in. I think it might be because of education, which is awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Residential still in the lead for how much money we're making. And then water. Yeah, water's still in the lead for how much money we're losing. All right. So, okay, we're starting to have some electricity issues. So we'll just bump this budget back all the way up to 100. And I know that if we're having electric issues, we are also going to be having water issues. And just like that, we hit the next milestone. So we hit tiny town population of 1,200. This comes with park areas, industry areas, pedestrian areas, landscaping, event policies, and park policies. That's a lot. It also comes with parks and plazas, more industry areas, fishing industry, and unique buildings and all of that. And then we get a bunch of more policies that come with our districts, but we also do get new roads. But we also have all of these paths, which I'm very excited to start using. We have our industry roads, which we can upgrade our industry area with, and then we also have these canals and the quay and the flood walls, so that's pretty fun. So, like I was saying before, with energy problems comes water problems, so we're just going to bump the water budget all the way back up to 100. And now that we have this landscaping stuff, I'm going to do a quick time lapse of just me decorating and making the city look good, and I'll go over it with you guys after I'm done. Just a little quick brief overview, and then probably do some cinematic shots, and then I'll peace out, and I'll see you in the next video. So we're gonna start decorating and getting the city looking pretty. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back and I did a few things, not much. There's not much to work with yet. I do have some bigger plans in the future though, for where I want to do some more detailing and more some decorations and like green spaces and all that. But the first thing I did was I placed down these two parks. They are just like these small playgrounds, and I attached some of these, just some cement paths, and I kind of outlined them with these like bushes, makes them look really nice, and put some like live oaks in there as well. There isn't really any space to do that, to do like any decoration with this park. But then I put down these two cement paths, like I said I was going to separate this future commercial strip from these residential homes. And then after that, I did upgrade some of the roads. I upgraded what I think are the more busy roads for now. I will be upgrading these all later on, but for now, I did the more busier ones just because of how much traffic they get, and because I just need to go faster. Because I do go slower on the dirt roads than on the cement roads. But yeah, so I also upgraded all of the industrial roads to the industrial roads, except for this middle line. Actually, we'll do that really quick. I want to get this set up like that, and then like that. So now we have everything upgraded to all the industrial roads in the industrial area. And then I just like put some like gravel, not gravel, but the cement paths surrounding the water treatment plant. I think I might turn it into like a park path with trees later on to give it some more kind of like vibe. Because there are some trees within the like water plant treatment itself. So I think having a park path with trees on it would help accentuate that. After that, I put in, I think, I don't even remember, but I put in this next park, small playground. These, I know it's like really competitive to be putting down like just like a bunch of small playgrounds everywhere, but I mean, it's a park and it does what it needs to do. But I know, like this will be the next good location for this park, because there's a park there, park here, park over there, and I believe the next park is probably going to be over in this area, and then we'll have the next park but beyond this park be over in this area, and we'll just like keep going, make sure that we have enough coverage. But we do have medium demand for like all of our zoning, which is nice. We'll start off the next episode with all of that, but for now, that's all I've done. And I definitely think about putting a high school campus in this little block right here, because having that across from the park would be really nice. And then we'll have some residential over here, or we might even have some like the tennis courts, or let me go into it really quick. We have basketball court, and I know we have tennis courts somewhere. Don't remember where it is. I think it might be in the leisure tab. But we have these basketball courts which we can put down to help. These also function as parks as well. But we'll have that be. Oh, I guess we just placed it down actually. So that's fun. We'll actually just move it over. So this will be a part of the future campus of the high school, because with the regular high school, there really isn't much of a campus. So that's kind of iffy. But yeah, so we'll have that. Didn't mean to place that down, but it kind of just happened. But yeah, so this is our city so far. I hope you guys are really enjoying these videos. Of course, let me know what I should do to make them better, more entertaining, or just better quality. But yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying it. And of course, leave comments down below on what I should be naming the city, because I have no idea what to name it. And like, of course, I'll probably come up with a bunch of ideas of what I think it would be fun to name it. But I want to hear from you guys and your thoughts about what I should name it. And then keep in mind that it's like really hot here. Yeah, so I don't know why it's like constantly in the 90s and 100s in this city. I would hate to live here. Just based on the weather, that would suck. But yeah, so we've got services, we've got all that taken care of. I'm thinking about putting in a public library soon. So also let me know where you think I should be putting that at, and just also future decorative ideas of like parks or just like paths or green spaces. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. That's pretty much it. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And and comment down below anything and everything I just said. Just repeating myself at this point. Also, please hit that big red subscribe button if you are really enjoying these videos. It helps me out a lot. And become a member of my lonely page that has like nobody subscribed to it. So you can be the first, you can be the trendsetters. But yeah, of course, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna do some cinematic shots to end off the video, and I hope you guys will join me in the next one. So until then, peace out.